Please subscribe to the channel, as only 11.6% of you are subscribed to the channel. Okay, thank you, goodbye.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, Platinum Bricks 95, and we're back again with another Lego Marvel review. Firstly, I do just want to say thank you so much for getting me to 150 subscribers. I really do appreciate it, so thank you so much. Secondly, I want to say that we're finally getting to reviewing the last Eternals set. I mean, it's been a while, but this is the last Lego Eternals set that I've got left to review, and I'm really excited to review this one today. So the reason that I actually say that I'm really excited to review this Lego set today is because it's actually my favourite Lego Eternals set from what I remember. Bear in mind, when I do these reviews, they are a couple of months after I've actually built the set up, most of the time. Sometimes I'll get a set, I'll build it, and then I'll do a review the next day. But this is generally one that I've had for a while. It's been built up for a while. So today we are reviewing Lego set number 76155 in Arishem Shadow. In Arishem, we trust. Arishem was definitely one of my favourite things about the Eternals movie. They were few and far between. However, this Lego set also comes with the exclusive minifigure of my favourite Eternals character, bar Angelina. So this Lego set is actually still in retail, so if you do want to pick it up, it is available in lots of selected stores. I will say this is a £60 Lego set, and I'm not entirely comfortable with that price, but I didn't pay that price. Again, I got a 20% discount. Well, is it a 20% discount? I don't know. Roughly a 20% discount, and I actually paid £48 for this set. But anyway, that's enough from me. I've waffled on for way too long. Let's get right into reviewing this Lego set. Let's go! So then, guys, here we are taking a look at this Lego set. And of course, we're going to start with the minifigures. Now, again, there are two exclusive minifigures here, but we're going to start with the ones that we've already looked at because I can just blitz through them and then we'll get on to the exclusive ones. So, guys, instead of starting with Icarus, like I have for the other 2 out of 3 Lego Eternals set, I figured this time we'd start with Cersei. And again, if you've seen my Lego Domo review, you will know that I love this minifigure. I'm a huge fan of green, and I'll just preface this by saying all of the Eternals minifigures printing is amazing. And again, not the most seamless from torso to leg, but it's not terrible. And yeah, just some lovely sort of design. I really love the use of silver. They haven't used gold on her. And again, they are all very movie accurate. I have said this in all my past reviews, but in case you haven't seen them, here is just a quick look at Cersei. So yeah, lovely back printing, lovely torso printing, lovely leg printing, smiley face, sterner face, which, you know, is the sort of standard go-to at the moment. So yeah, that is Cersei. But again, if you want a more in-depth look at this minifigure, go and check out my Domo review. So then, on to Icarus. I've used that clip so many times. Brilliant. Anyway, this is Icarus, and he is in 2 of the other 3 Lego Eternal sets. So yeah, he's a very common minifigure, the most common of all the Eternals, but it's a very nice minifigure, probably the least movie accurate though, with his hair not being that colour. He has much darker hair. And again though, lovely printing, well yeah, actually very seamless, just a shame about that blue line there, but seamless from torso to legs. Lovely leg printing. Again, I've said it in all my other reviews, the leg printing on these Eternals is just out of this world. It really, really is. So, on to his back printing. Yeah, just very nice back printing, like all of the Eternal sets. Just a very nice back printing. Now, a nice sort of smiley face on the front, and a much more angry face on the front. I'm a bit surprised they didn't make his eyes red. I haven't said this yet, but his eyes should be red there as if he's shooting lasers. So yeah, Icarus on a whole, a good minifigure, just way too frequent in these Eternal sets. So, finally, we are getting on to the first of the 2 exclusive minifigures in this Lego set. Now here, we have Ajax, or as I like to call her, Salma Hayek. That was a clip from Grown Ups 2. I really like the Grown Ups movies. Anyway, this is Ajax, and I've got to say, it's an absolutely beautiful minifigure. Now, obviously, she is a similar sort of colour to Icarus, but I will straight away say the printing's completely different. And actually, in fairness, the use of gold arms here is very, very good. I am a huge fan of the gold arms on this minifigure. And again, they haven't overdone it with the gold, which I do actually very much like. And again, if we just take a look round, just a lovely, lovely minifigure. I really, really do like this minifigure. Again, Ajax in the movie, I don't know. I think like she was quite an underused character, especially with such a good actress like Salma Hayek playing her. I really feel like they underutilized her. But on a whole, this minifigure is gorgeous. Now, we will obviously take her hairpiece off. I'm a huge fan of this hairpiece. It is different to Cersei's, and I much prefer it to Cersei's, to be honest with you. But here's her front face, obviously. Very, very smiley. And on the back, we've got the more sort of angry look as well. And if we just do take a look at her back printing, I actually really like that back printing. Again, they haven't used too much gold. They've used the right amount to accent the sort of highlight the blue, which I actually think is very, very nice. So yeah, on a whole, Ajax is a very, very cool minifigure, and I am really, really sort of happy that with this set you do actually get 2 exclusive minifigures. Now on the front, again, there is the blue line or the curse of the line along the torso, which is an issue for me, but you know, it is what it is, and I guess I don't know, it's on Lego for their printing anyway, but the design of her is incredibly movie accurate, again, because she does wear this sort of, I want to say leotard sort of thing, but I don't think it is a leotard, but it's very accurate to the movie, and I really, really do like this minifigure. And again, leg printing is just out of this world. This is the best leg printing on any of the Eternals so far. It's really, really good. And again, it just, on a whole, this minifigure is just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, here we are with my favourite character from the whole of the Eternals.
I was a vampire, and he tried to stake me through the heart.
I have apologized so many times.
Not quite enough times, very close though.
This is Kingo, and Kingo is definitely, I wouldn't say the comic relief, but definitely a very, very humorous character. Now, in the movie, Kingo is actually played by Kumail Nanjiani. Now, I haven't actually seen anything with him in before, or anything with him in a leading role, or nothing springs to mind. I may have, but nothing springs to mind, and I was absolutely blown away. I really, really love this character. I thought he was hilarious.
Lena.
Hi. Hello. Hey, who's your gardener?
So yeah, in the movies, he's basically got laser gun fingers, which are pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, that one was mine! Never mind!
But anyway, enough about the character in the movie, let's take a look at this minifig. And the first thing I'm gonna say, if you know me by now, I absolutely love the colour. Like, the colour of purple here is just gorgeous. I really like the fact that they used purple on these minifigures and on the characters in general, because him and Phastos are both in purple, and I really do like that. Now, I will say, on the front printing, in terms of the torso, there's a lot less circles than usual, which I do actually really like, and you can sort of see the gold there, and it actually really works well to accent the other colours nicely. Now, if we take a look just on a turnaround, it's a similar sort of story on the back. Now, straight away with the torso printing, you can see the line, the cursed line, as per usual, so not entirely seamless. In fact, I don't think any of the Eternals have been that seamless, to be honest with you. But, on a whole, I'm not too annoyed by it, because the actual printing and design of this minifigure is very nice. And let's just take a minute to admire that gorgeous leg printing. That is some top-notch leg printing. Now that looks really good, and I love the use of the light sort of lilac. I really do think it blends well into the minifigure. So then guys, taking a look at the back, this is the back printing. Nothing too fancy, to be honest with you, but again, just nice. Like all of the Eternals minifigures, all of the back printing has been really, really nice. Now, my one main criticism about this minifigure is the hairpiece. If you've seen the clips that I've already put in, he definitely should have spiky hair, I think. The similar sort of story to how Gilgamesh looks. The Gilgamesh minifigure, he should have had that hairstyle. However, I do respect the fact that they've tried to keep it more reserved because, well, not reserved, but smart, because in the movie, he's obviously a movie star. So, I figured we'd just take a quick look at his headpiece. We've obviously got the smiley one on the front. He is a very smiley, laughy character in the movie, and I do like that. And again, the more sort of cocky, sarcastic look on the back, which actually, now that I think about it, I'm actually going to equip that on the front of him, because I think it actually does really sort of highlight his character in general. Like, his character is like that in the movie, and that face sums it up perfectly. So then, guys, that is a look at the minifigures, but that's enough about them now. We're going to get into the build and taking a look at it and giving it a review. And of course, we're going to start with the very small Deviant, because every set had to come with a Deviant. But once we've looked at him, we'll move on to Arishem. All praise Arishem.
Our universe is a constant exchange of energy. An infinite cycle of creation and destruction.
So then, guys, this is the very, very small. In fact, I think this is the smallest Deviant in the entire Eternals line. Now, I sort of get why they put this in this set, because it needs something for the Eternals to fight other than Arishem, because Arishem would just decimate them in the comics and when playing with this toy. But I don't know whether they just added it to get the part number up or something, because I've got to be honest, I really don't like this. Again, they've used the right Deviant colours. Every Deviant uses these colours, and I do think the colour scheme is nice. However, it's very flimsy. These bend a lot. The legs break. These break off a lot. The horns are constantly turning. It never sits in a position that you want it to. And yeah, all in all, it's just an ugly little build. Having said that, like I already said, I do know why they've put it in this Lego set. It makes sense to me, but at the same time, they could have done a bit more with it or just not given us it. I wouldn't have minded just getting Arishem personally. However, we will get onto the problems with the pricing in the sort of outro, definitely. But yeah, on a whole, nothing too fancy. I will say that this is a printed piece, so I do appreciate that. They do give us a nice printed piece there, and sort of, I like I always say, I really do like the sort of shiny, sort of translucent bluey purple colour they use here. I really do like the use of that. However, it's just unnecessary for me. But again, I say it's unnecessary. That's for me, but I understand why they put it into the Lego set. Anyway, I'm not excited to talk about this. I don't really care about this. I want to get into the big man himself, Arishem. So, as you can see, I've had to pan the camera up so you can sort of get a look. I'm just going to change the lights, see if that helps at all, maybe. There we go. And yeah, just to take a proper look at Arishem when he stood up. Now, I want to say straight away, like, I've seen a lot of people bashing this set and saying that they don't really like it and this, that, and the other. I've got to say, I absolutely love this build. This build is gorgeous. And it gives you a template to build as many Celestials as you want. Like, you can build so many of these. And me and a guy on Instagram called Teflon Todd, who, in my opinion, makes the best Lego Marvel mocks I've ever seen, genuinely, yeah, he had a shot of Arishem with his, okay, well, the arms come off, which doesn't help my case at all. But anyway, he had his arms out, and the Lego globe was here. And it was like Arishem was, like, creeping over the earth, like the shot you're going to see right now. So yes, I've seen someone recreate that in Lego, and that is so, so cool. Now, we're going to take a bit of a closer look at him, of course. It's no big deal. We will get in for a closer look. But just take a look at him in general. I think this build is absolutely gorgeous. I've got to be honest with you. Although his legs are kind of weird, like you will see, and he is a wobbly, wobbly boy, he is a good build. But anyway, we'll get in for a closer look. So then guys, this is what Arishem's head looks like. Of course it does rotate 360, as you can see. Sorry about that, I didn't want to just come in and decimate him completely. But it does rotate 360 and it is very cool, as you can see. Now again, we're going to point out the stickers as we go. There's some stickers there. This set does have a fair few stickers. But we will take a look down, and again, stickers there. This is his torso. I really like the whole design of this. And I love the use of pink and maroon. I didn't think it'd blend to, sort of as well as it has done in this Lego set. I've got to be honest. Now we will take a look at his arms. As you can see, more stickers there. But his arms are exactly the same as each other. Again, both hands do have stud shooters, which I do like. Even though Arishem could essentially decimate the world in one go if he wanted to. He is that powerful. But yeah, the other arm, again, stickers are up there. But in general, it's exactly the same as the other arm. They are symmetrical. Now, I don't know why his leg's bent like that. But we'll leave it as is until... We'll get on to why I don't want to move him in a second. But as you can see, stickers, 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 stickers. So far, in this Lego set, we've only had one printed piece, and that has been on the Deviant. That is a bit of a letdown. Now, as you can see, his legs... Here are his legs the whole way down. Again, more stickers here, more stickers here. Here's my problem. Whilst I understand why these stands are made for him to stand up, couldn't you have given him feet like the Iron Man mech? Or Iron Man sort of Bionicle that's similar to this? Couldn't have you just given him feet so that he could have just stood? But no, you want to give him these weird sort of stand things, which again, as you can see, make him very, very wobbly. On a whole, I think aesthetically they've nailed this, though. Genuinely. They have absolutely nailed this. It does just look like Arishem. It's awesome. So, guys, the one thing I do want to say, whilst I show you sort of the articulation on this set, as you can see, sort of, like, his shoulder epaulets do come out like that. I don't think this sort of happens in the movie at all, like his shoulder epaulets move or anything, but they do actually move on this Lego set. But you can see sort of some arm articulation here. It doesn't go sort of that way. It does bend like a normal arm, which I do appreciate. It hasn't got sort of, you know, it's realistic functionality opposed to sort of like in 360 in his arm, which is a bit weird, really, because he's not a human, he is a god, essentially. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, nice articulation on the arm. And like I said, I did show you the stud shooters on his hands. I do think his hands are very cool, though. I think they look awesome. Here's where my problem is, though. My problem with this set is, as you can see, he does stand up, but literally you touch him and he'll fall over. He is a very top-heavy build. Standing him up straight always makes me worried that he'll just fall forward. Look, bang. And literally his head's just broken. I'll see you in a second. So yeah, we're back. He has risen from the dead. Now, that is my problem with this build in general. And I think it is my only problem with this build. For having, look, I'll show you, yeah? So for having such sort of sturdy structural legs, and even, hang on, I'll set you back up and I'll show you. Even when you stand him up straight, he just feels like he's going to fall over. So now I've got his leg joints exactly straight. And literally you can see, look, I'm holding his legs at the moment, look. And he's just fallen forward. Now that is an issue. You know me, you know I like structure, but you also know that I like to have my sort of figures stood up straight or stood in a pose or something. And I like to be able to pose them and think to myself, this isn't going to fall over. This is structurally sound. But look how wobbly he is. Like, it always feels like he's going to fall over. And that is a real shame. However, after bashing Arishem about how he's so wobbly and he's kind of flimsy for such a big sort of, you know, mech build, I do want to show you the coolest feature. Now, you might be able to see it around here and know what it is. But if you don't know what it is, I'm just going to press this button here. Boom, light brick. Now this light brick, you do have to press a button on the back here, as you can see. However, I would love to find a way where that is just, you don't have to hold the button. You can switch something and it just comes on, because this is super cool. Now, again, it's a button press thing, which is an amazing feature for kids. I would rather have an on-off switch, as it were. But I'm not going to complain because I think this is super accurate and also just to the look of Arishem in general. All right then, guys. Well, that was my review and closer look at this Lego Eternal set. As you can see, I'm having to use a different shot than usual just because Arishem is absolutely massive. It's ridiculous. So now we're going to move on to the pros and cons and my rating out of 10 for In Arishem's Shadow, or as I like to call it, In Arishem We Trust. Let's go! So then, guys, that was my review and closer look at Lego set number 76155 In Arishem's Shadow. We're going to get on to the pros and cons, and I figured this time we're going to start with the pros. So, the first pro, and the main thing is, the minifigures. The 2 exclusive minifigures are amazing minifigures, okay? Yes, it's a shame that we get Icarus for a 3rd time. Yes, it's a shame we get Cersei for a 2nd time. However, the 2 that are exclusive, Ajax and Kingo, are just amazing minifigures. And as you all know, Kingo's amazing.
As you can see, being an Eternal does not preclude you from having human emotions, such as cowardice.
And I have said before that I know some people are really not a fan of the fact that every set has 1 exclusive minifigures. But I am. I like that. And because there was only 4 of them, not like 6 or 8, they were relatively easy to get. A lot easier than like other waves. Like Age of Ultron had about 6 or 7 sets. And I missed out on one of them. And it's through the roof now. So I really do like the fact that you get 2 exclusive minifigures in this set. The second pro is definitely Arishem's aesthetic. And also, something that I may not have mentioned in the review, how big he actually is. It's really awesome. And generally, they have nailed the way he looks aesthetically and the way he looks in the movie as well. I think they really have done him justice. The third and final pro is something that isn't actually tangible about the Lego set. It's the endless scope for customization and creating your own Eternals once you get this set is this pro. Like, I could build 1,000 Eternals now, all different colours, shapes and sizes, because I've got the template here. And I think that ultimately, even though I'm an adult Lego collector and I don't really build a lot of MOTS these days or do as much building as I did when I was a kid, that is what Lego's about. Taking a set or taking something and building it into something else. And I think this is one of those very rare sets that offers endless scope for that. So then, those were the pros. Now we are going to get on to the cons, and the first main con is how flimsy Arishem is. You knew it was coming. He's not flimsy in the terms of bits fall off him a lot, like bits won't fall off him a lot, but what I mean is the structure. I'm not going to push him because he'll fall over and break again, and I've had to repair him about 3 times this video already. He's just very flimsy in terms of, like, he doesn't offer loads of endless posability, which is something that you could fix if you built your own one. And I don't like his feet, even though they are necessary to make him stand up straight and it seem like he's flying. I'm not the biggest fan of his feet, and yeah, he's just very wobbly, and I don't like that. The second con is definitely this little deviant build. I'm not going to dwell on this too much. It's pretty pathetic and unnecessary. And like I keep saying, I know why they put it in, but I didn't need this in this set. The final con, and it is a big one, is the price point of this set. This set is not a £60 Lego set, which is what it retails for. Again, I paid £48 for it, so I'm not too fussed. I would pay £48 for this, happily. But that extra £12 to make it a £60 Lego set? No. It's not worth £60, genuinely. It's just not. So yeah, price, real problem. So then guys, on to the rating out of 10. Now I've presented arguments, pros and cons. And I'll be honest, when I got this Lego set, I thought it was the best Lego Eternals set. And I explained in my Domo video about my building debacle with the Domo in general. But I thought this was the best Lego set. And I'm going to surprise myself here. and say that I think the Domo, on a whole, is actually a better Lego set. So, with that in mind, and all of the other Eternal sets in mind, I'm going to give this set a 7 out of 10. Now, a lot of that mark is due to the exclusive minifigures and the way Arishem looks, and, as I keep saying, the scope for customization. I think that is very important about this Lego set. But again, the letdowns are the fact that we get another Icarus, a rubbish little Deviant, and Arishem is a very, very wobbly boy. But a lot of it is the actual release retail price of £60. That's just outrageous. Don't pay £60 for this Lego set. Alright then guys, well that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching guys, I really do appreciate it. Please like, comment and subscribe. As I said at the start of the video, thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you for getting me to 150 subscribers. I really do appreciate it guys. I appreciate all of the interaction I have with you, and thank you so much for watching. If you could check out my Instagram, it is linked down in the description below. It's just photos of my Lego Marvel collection, so go check it out if you feel like it. And yeah, on a whole, that is the end of the video. I'm going to say it again, please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, all that's left to say is I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!